Hi all, how are you? I'm good, thank you for asking. It is Spilling the Beans Thursday, and I have not done one of these. I don't know. Like, if it takes any more than an ounce of brain power, I fail completely at this. So, excuse my surroundings. It is Thursday. I'm actually going to film this and boom, upload it. So, it's not going to be anything fancy. I have 2 kids watching a movie and 1 kid sleeping and 1 kid that just cried himself to sleep, and I hate that, but he doesn't feel good and he did not sleep. Like, he slept from the library to our house, which is literally like 4 minutes, if that. It might only be 3 minutes if you don't have to sit at the light. And that's just not, no. So he ended up, I tried, calming him down or whatever, and he ended up crying himself to sleep. So, and now it's a little bit quiet for a couple minutes, so I'm going to attempt to make this video. Today's topic is tips for hosting Thanksgiving, and please remember to look down in the description and go check out those ladies as well to see their videos. Hopefully they have a better video than I do and better tips than I do, but I'm going to try it. So I can only think of, I was going to do like a countdown, like my top 5 tips for hosting Thanksgiving, but I have not actually. I have only hosted one Thanksgiving, and it was probably, I'm trying to think if it was before Phoebe was born or after Phoebe was born. I don't know. But it was either the year before she was born or the year that she was born, I think, that we did Thanksgiving in our little, what's that called? Townhome that we used to live in. And it was my grandparents. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to fix my tripod because I'm all like wacko. I just looked weird. It was my grandparents and John's dad. And I don't ever, like, it's very hard to have John's dad anywhere. It doesn't matter whose family, it doesn't matter, friends or family, it doesn't matter. It's just hard. He's not a very happy guy. And I remember it was just awkward because he's not very nice to my grandparents either. Okay, we're not getting into this. Anyway, he's not nice to my grandparents. He's very unhappy and I remember playing board games. We were playing board games like Wahoo, which is the marble version of Sorry, and he was like, no, you can't knock anybody off just for the fun of it, and it was just, oh my gosh, and I still hear about that to this day. And I just, oh my gosh. So I don't know if I can even give you tips for hosting anything because every time I host something, it seems to end in disaster. I always get, my eyelashes are like, oh, she turned the camera on, jump into her eyeball. So, number 1, plan your menu. Don't just jump into it not knowing. Plan your menu ahead of time. Figure out what you're going to have. Assign your dishes to whoever is going to bring them, because I'm still going to try and fix you. There's just too much of my room and not enough of me. Know your menu ahead of time. Don't worry about going all out with dishes and stuff. Most people, I mean, if you want to, okay, like I know my grandmother, we're probably going to eat on her fancy stuff, and that's totally fine because it's beautiful, but don't feel like you have to. Some people are very okay with paper and plastic, and that, that's fine. Don't feel like you have to stick with the Thanksgiving menu. I know families probably do different things all over, especially depending on your nationality, but like we're doing turkey this year, but it'd be totally fine if we did pizza. Like, I would not care. No one would care. No one would care. So have fun. Experiment with your menu. Be a gracious host, like don't cause problems, and most people like don't care what your house looks like. They don't care what they're eating. They're just there for the fellowship and not to be alone on Thanksgiving. And if you're family, of course, they're there for your family. But most people aren't expecting like a 9-course meal and activities and all that. But be a gracious host. Don't cause drama. Don't get into drama. We're thinking with Christmas, we're going to let everyone know that we're going to celebrate all together again, and you all need to get along. And there's one person in particular that if they don't get along, they're going to leave, and they're not going to celebrate with us anymore, because we're not celebrating 2 Thanksgivings and 3 Christmases. We're not divorced. Like, that's not a thing. So, I don't know, just be a gracious. I don't even know how to, like, define that. Just be gracious. Just be fun and go with the flow. Don't get off your rocker because one thing goes wrong, or, you know, the turkey's going to take an extra 30 minutes. Maybe find a game to play, an activity to do, but don't, like, lose it if that happens, because people don't care. I mean, honestly, like, that's the biggest tip I can give you, just from me going places and actually hosting things, and helping host things, is people don't care. Like, if you have a person that comes and cares about the details, they're not there for the right reasons anyway. So no matter what you eat, no matter what you use, no matter what you do, people don't care. They shouldn't. And if they do, then you need to, you know, have a talk with them and consider their motives of being there. But honestly, people are just happy to have family and friends and good food to celebrate with. And that's just be good company. Just be good company, be a gracious hostess. There's a term I heard like back in MOPS, and I can't think of it, but it's like, even if your house is a mess and you have people over, be that messy hostess or whatever, because people don't care. People just want to know they are cared for, they are thought of. So if you're doing that, you will have a happy Thanksgiving. And I hope to do next week's video. Next week is Thanksgiving. So I think it's a things we are thankful for video. So maybe we will pre-film that. Are you hearing me, little brain? Because we all know how Jessica's doing with this. Oh, and I do have coffee. I do have coffee in my snowman cup. John pulled down my snowman cup the other night because we were watching National Treasure and drinking hot cocoa. And I was like, I'm going to drink out of my snowman cup. So he was like, okay. And he just reached up and got it. And I would have had to get like a stepladder. So I do have coffee. It's in there. I promise it is. I even warmed it up and added more cream to it because that's how I roll. So I hope this video was entertaining for you. I hope you get a little bit out of it. I'm interested to see what the other ladies say about hosting. And we will talk to you all tomorrow. I think you will have a video tomorrow on Friday. Yeah, so please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. I promise they're not all this harebrained. I promise they're not. Sometimes I really do like actual looks like I know what I'm doing videos. And have a fantastic day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.